Hi guys, welcome to our first video. Today I want to show you how to open Google Classroom. Because of the pandemic that is going on, many schools, many teachers are embracing the online. So I want to teach you how to open Google Classroom and how to invite students in your Google Classroom, and how to invite even fellow teachers in the same Google Classroom. So remember to subscribe, remember to follow, comment, share my videos, so that you can be able to reach as many people as possible and be blessed. So welcome. So let us begin. So first, go to your computer, open Google Chrome. When you open your Google Chrome, go to the Google Apps. Google Apps is up here on top right corner. You see Google Apps. These ones, they are called the Google Apps, that one. Now when you open the Google Apps, so click here, then look for Classroom. So click on Classroom. So it will load that is it. So those are some of the classes that I have. These are some of my classes that I've been teaching online. I have this class, I have another class here. These are my classes that I've been currently teaching online. So for us today, we want to create a new classroom. So for us to create a new classroom, go to the top right corner where it's written a positive, this plus section at the top corner here, written plus. Once you click on it, it will give you two options: join a class or create a class. So if you're joining a class, for example, if you're a student and you want to join a class, you click join. But if you want to create, for example, our case, you want to create, so click create. So when you click create, when you click create, it will prompt some message from Google that using Google Classroom at a school with students. So just click I have read and understood and understand, so then continue. Then it will open. Now you want to, for your class, you must create a class. So you must have the name of the class, the section you are teaching, the subject, and the room. So for the sake here, I want to call it the demo class. The section, I want to call it introduction to Google Classroom. Then subject, any subject, I can call it, there are many subjects. There's biology, chemistry. For example, my section, I deal with mostly biology and mathematics. So I'll write, maybe let me say biology, but you can write any subject. Then room, let me say I'm dealing with Form 1s. It can be Form 1, it can be Form 2, you can talk about Class 1, Class 2, ECD. If I don't know, I'm not sure if they can be able to use the computer, but I think they can if well trained. So then after that, you click this section written create. So let us click create. You give it time, so it's creating. It's creating. Then it is created. It is here. Wow, that is the class. This is the class that we have. So on our page, when you open Google Classroom, you'll find it is on the first page. This one. It's written demo class, introduction to Google Classroom. So now let us proceed and open the class and see what it entails. So now I want to open the class. So I click demo class. That's my class. Now once I open the class, the first part that I'll be able to see is the stream. The stream will allow me to be able to post, to share something with the class. It will be the place where if anytime I post something, it will be indicated on the stream. So in the case of the students who will be joining, they will be able to get the information from the stream. If I've given an assignment, I've given any homework, they'll be able to see it in the stream. Then the next one is classwork. We shall look at classwork. Classwork is generally the work that I'll be giving, assignments, quiz, I'll be giving resources, etc. Then we have people. People, these are the members of the class. That include the fellow teachers and also the students. Then in grading, we grade the students basing on, because when we give the assignments, we give with marks. We give the homework, we give with marks. You can grade or not grade. So let us proceed. Down here, you can also select the theme. For example, you can upload a photo to represent your theme, this theme behind, or you can select a theme. So if I select, for example, select a theme to give you more themes. For example, I belong to maths and science, so I can select a new theme. Let me say, because I've talked about biology, let me pick something related to biology, like that. Then I select that theme. So it's saying changing. Yeah, wow, it has changed to that. So that is a new theme. Let us come to classwork. Now in classwork, this is where you give your information, you give your assignments, give your work to students. Now I want to, for example, here I'm just introducing something. Let me try to introduce, because I've said introduction to Google Classroom. So let me try to create some work in the classwork. So I may create, for example, this is an example. I may create a topic. Let me create a topic and say how to open Google Classroom. This one can be a topic. This is just a demonstration, then it can be a topic. So once you add, it adds. You see all topics on the left. The topics are highlighted on the left. This is where you'll see all the topics. Then this the sections that you have created will be on the right. So let me create another one, how to open. And I can create another one and say how to add students. I'm just saying this is just an example. How to add students. I can say something also like how to respond to questions, something like that. I can add something else and say adding or posting assignments, like that. So this is I can create it as much as I want. I can create it in any feature that I want. I can my creativity will be depending on muchly on how I feel. Then remember, sometimes remember when I cited by saying how to open Google Classroom, but you discover that how to open Google Classroom is at the end, but maybe I wanted it to be at the top. So what you need to do is simple. Just click, hold this one, it will change to that icon, then drag it up like that to rearrange the apps. So that one is the first one. The second one will come there, then the third one, and click, hold, and drag it like that. So you can rearrange them as much as you can. Now let me say, for example, I now want to teach how to open Google Classroom. Now I want to teach you how to open Google Classroom. Then I come here, and because I want to teach you how to open Google Classroom, then I discover that And there's another video that can be able to demonstrate to you how to open Google Classroom. So I'll simply come to here and then I click materials. Then in the materials, I'm giving you a video demo that will show you how to open. So, and then in description I can say watch a video for the steps. Then I add. Now in adding, I can add a Google Drive. Remember, you can save your items in Google Drive. You can add a link, you can add a file, or you can add YouTube. So that it depends with where your video is. So let me say, for example, if my video is in YouTube, for example, I'll simply go to YouTube. Maybe, for example, I'm just opening YouTube to get one of the videos that maybe can be, just to show you how to create the link. So I can, let me say, how to open Google Classroom, for example. So this is the link. Okay, so for example, that one, this is an example of a procedure. So I want to give you this one, so I'll simply copy the link. This is what I'm talking about, this one here. So I'll copy this one. What I'll do is I'll copy this one. You right click and you click copy. You copy this one. So once I copy it, so let me say I'm copying this one. So I'll copy, then come to my class, then I give a link. So I'll paste it here. So now I'm pasting it here. You do what we call pasting. So I'll paste here. Okay. So after pasting, then I'll say add the link. So that one will be added. Then I'll be asked to choose the topic I want this material to go to. The topic here. It's very, very important. Then you choose the topic, and the topic is how to open Google Classroom. So I'll click that one. Then I want this video to go to all students. So I'll post my work like that one. Then it will say posting, and bam, there it is. There it is, video demo, and anybody clicking on that one will find that material there. So that is how to open and how to create Google, how to create a classroom. You can add, there are so many things. You can add quiz. For example, if I want to add a quiz, I want to add an assignment, I can click there. Then the assignment is how to add students, maybe. Then I'm asking you how or I can say open Google Classroom and add 3 students. So open a Google Classroom and add 3 students. So this question is a quiz, is an assignment. So I've given you an assignment. So it will ask you how many points do you want to give. Let me say I'll give 5 points for that. Then when do you want your work to be submitted? So when is your due date? So I'll choose, for example, like a day like tomorrow, like that. Then the topic, maybe I'll say this one should go under how to add students. Then I assign. That one I've given the students questions. So here the students will see there's a question here and turned in. It will show me, it's showing us the number of, this one will show you who has turned in. and then assigned will be able to show you the students who have been assigned the work. So for example, I don't have any students here, so I'm not added any students. I'm going to add. So if I add, it will show me the students who have been assigned here. Now, any students who does the work and submits will be indicated here. You will see turned in at this point. So how to respond to question, like that, how to respond to question. You can add as many as, you need to be creative. You create it the way you want. Then quickly I go to people. Now in people, these are teachers. I'm the first one here as a teacher. Now I can add students. So you can invite students, or you can add them. If you have their email, you simply type here the email. You click on this plus sign that was here, this one. Then it will open. So you can either share to them this link so that they can click and join if they have the Google Classroom app in their phones or using the Google app in their laptop, or you can type their email here, type a name or email for the sake of inviting them. You type them. Then in grading now comes when you have given work and students have submitted back. Remember, we gave them questions. So after responding to those questions, they will return the work. So in returning the work, that is the time you will be able to grade them. So quickly, I want to show you now what I've done at a class that I've done. There's a class here that is going. This is my class. Now, in the stream, what you can see in the stream, you can see upcoming. Upcoming is on this side. So this is the event that they're supposed to submit by today, 11:59 p.m. in the overnight, today at night. Then you can see some announcement here. Hello students, kindly check the new assignment in the Google Classroom, like that. All these ones are posted to the students, so that all students can be able to see. Now let me come to classwork. This is the classwork that I have. I'm teaching this class, and you can see I have a table of content where I've created a table of content for my topic. I'm teaching classification. I've also created the introduction to the topic I'm teaching. I've tried to explain something about that one. I've also come up with the objectives of the same class here, and I've also done class expectations. And class expectations I did as an assignment. So state 5 expectation from Google Classroom. So you can see the number of turned in is 0, assigned were 10, but graded were 2. So these are 2 students who turned in their work. Then we have class activities. So currently, I want to take an example of the first one. Currently, there's an activity that is going on that is supposed to be due today. So this is activity 5. Now, if I check activity 5, I find that one student has already turned in the work. This student has turned in the work. I've assigned to 11, but one has turned in. So I can easily check and see who has done it. So I can view and discover that the student who has done in is this one. This one has turned in. So I can open and maybe I want to mark for her. I think it's a her. It's open. So that is the work she has done. I had asked them to give the, if I can go back the question before I come to the marking. The question was, state the main characteristics of Elamathopoda the following classes: class Crustacea, class Diplopoda, Chilopoda, Arachnida, and Insecta. And then I say, use Google Docs in your response. So this student has done that one. This is the way she has done it. So I want to mark and return. So I'll be able to mark, I'll be able to highlight, I'll be able to comment, I'll be able to do all that one. I'll be able to do anything to that work before I return. So for example, the first one she's saying class Crustacea. So I'll read through that they have 2 pairs of antennae, and they have between 5. So when I discover that if I discover that there's anything that I want to comment on, for example, maybe I'm saying I want to highlight that point. I highlight it, click, and I say good. You can say good, then click that was a comment. I can go through. So you can add a comment, you can like say they are good. You can check if there's any other thing you can comment on, maybe spelling errors. Where the spelling errors you can check. I share the students has read, for example, here I highlighted this one and say this one's it's a one word, like that. I comment through for the good work, and then I can add a private comment and maybe say, for example, this student has done some good work, so I can say excellent work. Then I post that, and that sends just a private comment. She'll be able to see in her private comment. Then I now grade according to what the work the student has done. To me personally, I can think she has scored around 48%, 48 out of 50. Then I return the work. So do you want to return? I say yes, and that is it. Return, work returned. So I can come back. The work has been returned. So it is still saying turned in, but when I come here and I refresh, for example, if I refresh in the classwork, if I refresh my classwork, it will be able to give me the activities. If I go to activities, class activity 5, wow, turned in 0, graded 1. So next is people. How do you add people? The people I have some students there, and then I have some teachers here. So how do you add? If you want to add teachers, simply press plus here, then you add the email or an invitation. Student, the same, you simply click add or invite students, like that. Then it will give you type the name or email or share the link to them. Then finally is grading. Now in grading, the student, for example, the student who has done, that wasn't received the activity, that is activity 5. Activity 5 is here. Only one student has turned in, and this is the student. And I've given the student 48 out of 50, so it will show in the grading system. And that is it. That's how to manage, that's how to run Google Classroom. Hope you enjoy and practice more. More videos are coming. Next I'll be showing you how to respond to those questions, how students can respond, but this is how a teacher responds and how a teacher creates and invites students. Thank you very much. Remember to share, subscribe, and follow my YouTube channel. Thank you.